My wife's hand pressed against my chest. A wall of ice where warmth once lived. I froze, lips hovering as her eyes, those eyes I'd loved for a decade, flashed with something foreign, disgust. Then, from the shadows of our living room, her best friend's voice slithered, low and deliberate. Come here. 10 years with Emily had woven a tapestry of trust. Each thread a shared laugh, a late-night confession, a promise. We met in college, her shy smile catching me mid-lecture, and built a life on quiet moments. Coffee on rainy mornings, her humming off-key to old records. But lately, the threads were fraying. She'd pull away when I reached for her. Her phone always angled just out of sight. Her laughter reserved for texts she wouldn't share. I told myself it was stress, her new job, the long hours. I ignored the late nights she spent with Claire, her best friend since high school, whose sharp grin always felt like a challenge. The signs stacked like firewood, dry and waiting for a spark. Emily's perfume lingered on my clothes less often, replaced by a faint, unfamiliar sweetness. Claire's scent, I'd later realize. I'd catch them whispering, heads bent close, silencing when I entered the room. Once I saw Claire's hand brush Emily's arm, lingering too long, and Emily didn't pull away. My gut churned, but love is a stubborn blindfold. I clung to our history, to the woman who'd cried in my arms when her father died, who'd promised forever under a starlit sky. That night, our apartment felt like a stage, the air thick with unspoken lines. Claire was over, as usual, sprawled on our couch, her wine glass smudged with red lipstick. Emily sat beside her, legs tucked under, her smile brighter than it had been for me in months. I tried to join them, cracking a joke, but Emily's laugh was hollow, her eyes darting to Claire. I felt like an intruder in my own home. When Claire stepped out to take a call, I seized the moment, leaning in to kiss Emily, desperate to reclaim something. Her shove was sharp, a blade to my chest, her face twisted with revulsion. Not now, she hissed, and I stumbled back, heart hammering. Then Claire returned, her eyes glinting like a predator's. She leaned close to me, her breath warm against my ear, and whispered, "Come here." The words were a lure, dripping with intent. I followed her to the kitchen, confusion drowning my senses. There, she didn't hesitate. "She doesn't want you anymore," Claire said, her voice low, cruel. "She's mine now." The room spun. I demanded answers, my voice cracking, but Claire just smirked, gesturing to Emily, who stood in the doorway, pale and silent. The truth unraveled like a gut punch. Emily confessed, her voice trembling but resolute. She and Claire had been together for months, stolen moments behind my back, their friendship a mask for something deeper. Every late night, every girl's trip, every glance I'd dismissed, it was them, building a world without me. I saw it all in Emily's eyes. Not just betrayal, but relief, like she'd finally shed a weight. My love, my trust, my life with her. It was collateral damage. Anger surged, hot and blinding, but heartbreak swallowed it whole. I wanted to scream, to shatter the wine glasses, to demand why I wasn't enough. Instead, I stood frozen, a stranger in the wreckage of my marriage. Claire watched, triumphant, while Emily's gaze dropped to the floor, her silence louder than any apology. I grabbed my coat, the apartment suffocating, and walked out into the cold. The city lights blurred through tears I hadn't realized were falling. Days later, I moved out, leaving behind the life we'd built. Emily tried to call, her texts a mix of guilt and excuses, but I couldn't respond. Claire's smug whisper haunted me, a reminder of my blindness. I didn't seek revenge, anger faded to a dull ache, but I made a choice. I started over, alone, rebuilding trust in myself first. The betrayal cut deep, but it carved out space for something new, clarity. I still see Emily's face sometimes, in strangers, in dreams, her smile no longer mine. But the pain taught me to listen to the quiet warnings, the ones love drowns out. And as I walk forward, I carry a truth that stings. Sometimes, the ones we love most are the ones who break us, and we only see it when they're already gone.